All right. You are welcome to another episode at Meet the Property Guy channel, and today we'll be discussing about what differentiates the rich from the wealthy. Like, is one thing for you to be rich, is another different thing entirely for you to be wealthy, and what's really the difference between these two categories of people? Because a lot of time we intertwine and use these two words concurrently. Someone is rich, someone is wealthy, someone is rich, someone is wealthy. And there can be a thin line between this is a rich person and this is a wealthy person. And that's what we'll be discussing about in this video when it comes to their income, their cost of living, and which stage in their financial life are they, and how do these two set of people, how do they treat money, how do they handle money, and how do they manage money. Now, in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this is Meet the Property channel, and this is where we discuss everything real estate. If this is your first time here on our channel, you are welcome. And if you are about to start investing, you are investing already, or you just want to have some understanding about Nigeria real estate, Lagos real estate, you are at the right place. The terminologies, the documentation, the market analysis, the market insights, market signals, we discuss everything here. The risk in the market, the opportunities in the market, the locations, and the kind of investments tied to it, to each location. We also analyze everything here. So after watching this particular video, you can go to any of our playlists. We have a playlist on real estate masterclass, we have a playlist on property investor series, we have a playlist on land documents, we have a playlist on Ekbe, on shortlets, land banking, agriculture, and so on and so forth like that. So, and I have different episodes I've done on this playlist. If you have also been watching our videos for quite some time now, it's a month, it's 2 months, it's a year, it's 2 years, we also appreciate if you can also subscribe and be a part and parcel of the Meet the Property Guy family. We are this close to hitting 5k subscribers, and I will appreciate if you can also be part of that milestone achievement for us. And if you have also subscribed, we appreciate that. We don't take it for granted. You can just go a step further and turn on the notification button as shown on the illustration on the screen. All right. Now, the rich versus the wealthy. How these people spend their money, how they manage their money, and what's really the difference between these two set of people. Mistakenly, a lot of people assume that all that you need to be financially free is just for you to earn a lot or make a lot of money. Whereas, as proven over time by different people that made quite a fortune at some period of their life and then end up broke, end up poor, or even some people died both broke and poor, it's now evident that financial stability and financial freedom is not just about you earning and making a lot of money, but it's more about financial management, financial literacy, and understanding what to do with money. And that's really why we are dealing with this topic about what's really the difference between who is rich and who is wealthy. Now, most times in terms of someone being rich is about how much money they have and how much money they earn. Now, in terms of being wealthy, we are assessing people based on how much money they have access to. And this is a very big difference. You can make 1 million and that's really everything you have. You can be making 300,000 and you have access to 3 million. That's how wealthy you are. So if you look at Elon Musk at over $300 billion dollar net worth, that's not the cash that he has, and absolutely that's not how much he earned. but that's how much access that he has. He has access to that number of money. There was a time Elon Musk wrote a post on X, and he said around 70% of all the money in the world right now only exists as a record in the database. It does not exist as cash. So for all the billions and trillions in the banks, everything is just a record in the database. It's just numbers. There is not a cash that back it. So if Elon Musk is worth over $300 billion, Warren Buffett is worth over $100 billion, they don't have cash to back that net worth. But that's the amount of money they have access to. Access, wealth, earning, rich. So what you earn, what you have is how rich you are. But the amount of money that you can have access to determines what your net worth is going to be and how wealthy you are. Now, how do people move from being rich to being wealthy? Like I said, it's not financial stability and financial freedom is not really about how much you are making or how much more you can make. It's all about how are you managing and handling your money. Now, for a lot of people, they focus on their income. That, I'm making 10,000 USD. I need to make 15,000 USD. I'm making 15,000 USD. I need to make 30,000 USD. I'm making 30,000 USD. I need to make 50,000 USD. But the path to being wealthy is not just you about looking at your income alone, but you have to look at your income to cost of living ratio. Now, this is not to tell you or to advise you that you have to cut down on expenses, you have to slash your luxuries, and no. Now, income to cost of living ratio is different from you just cutting down on expenses. But now you are looking at what you earn, then you are looking at what your cost of living is, and then you are now looking at what's the percentage of your income that is going to your cost of living. Now, why this ratio is important, income to cost of living ratio. Income to cost of living ratio. Now, why this ratio is important is that this will determine if you will ever become wealthy or all you will just be is you will just be money rich. Now, some people earn $100,000 a year, 100K USD, very good income, and their cost of living is between 85,000 to 90,000 USD. So, which means that 90% of their income goes to their cost of living. So now let's give example. 100K income, cost of living 90K. Then we have someone else, 50K income, cost of living 25K. So this person has 10K deficit. This person has 25K deficit. Then we have another person that earns 15K and his cost of living is 9K. So this person has 6K deficit. Now, from these three people, who do you think will find it easiest to build wealth? It's the person that is earning 50K. He's not earning as much as someone that is earning 100K, but because of his income to cost of living ratio, he has 25K every year that he can push into investments. So with this 25K, I can decide that, I want to invest in stock. I want to invest in venture capital. I want to invest in real estate. Despite that, he's just earning 50% of this first person who is earning 100K. So, for a lot of wealthy people, this is where they start their wealth from. Their income to cost of living ratio. Because wealth is in stages. We have the building stage, the growth stage, the stability stage, and the legacy stage. You see, at this building stage, which is you are earning and investing, you are earning and investing, you are earning and investing, the most important thing at this building stage is your income to cost of living ratio, because you can only invest what is left, not what you earn. So some people will be looking at it that, oh, I'm earning 100k, and then so maybe that man is a big man. Yeah, he's a big man, but the only thing he can invest is 10k a year, because his cost of living is 90k. And then someone that is earning 50k, they look at it, that guy is just there about just struggling. But this person has 25k every year to invest. So at this building stage, this person can bootstrap faster than someone that is earning 100k. So which means that at the building stage of wealth, you want to keep your cost of living very minimal. Yeah, it's fantastic to go on vacation. It's fantastic to go to Zanzibar, go to Santorini, go to Qatar, lodge in like premium hotels and have fantastic life. But at this building stage, you have to sacrifice it. It's a must. You have to sacrifice it. For a lot of people that are wealthy, that you see them in this very nice restaurant today, another very beautiful resort tomorrow, another nice vacation or another beautiful trip again, they are no longer at building. Some of them are at stability. Some of them are at legacy. They have made the sacrifices 10, 20, 30 years ago. So you have to always be looking at your cost of living to income ratio, because what is left is what you can invest. And when I say invest, it does not mean that it's just buying real estate or buying properties. There are a lot of things that you can invest in. This person now that is earning 15k and has a deficit of 6k, at this point can invest in a skill. He can invest in new courses, new skills, so that he can now move from earning 15k to 30k. This person that is earning 50k, that has a deficit of 25k, can now start playing around with stocks, venture capital, probably some real estate too. But this person now earning 100k at 90k is limited. Despite he's earning this amount, he is limited in the option of the investment he can do, because his deficit is just at 10k. So at the building stage of wealth, you want to look at your income to cost of living ratio. Is very important. You can't build wealth when your cost of living to income ratio is very, very high and your deficit is very, very low. Now, when you move away from the building stage into growth stage, now you've invested in yourself, you've taken new courses, you've got new certifications, you've also started having some few properties and some few real estates. Now you are now getting some form of return. There is some returns you are now getting from either your works. So at growth stage, you have passive income. So there are some books that you have written that are selling, giving you money. There are some digital courses that you have done that is giving you money. There are some trademarks that you have done that is giving you money. There are some cash flow properties that you have that is giving you money. There are some stocks that you have that is giving you dividends. So you have passive income at this stage. So you are at growth stage. So what you now do at this stage is what we call compounding. You are not yet at the level of flexing. You are not yet at the level of flexing. So this person now have invested in some at this 25k deficit, has invested in some stocks, in some courses. Now he has a passive income portfolio of 10k, bringing 10k, additional 10k a year. So now I have 10k, I add that 10k to my deficit. I'm still not increasing my cost of living yet. I add 10k to my 25k, now I have 35k. I compound again, pick up new courses, reinvest in some of the businesses I'm doing, reinvest in some of some new apartments, or even my existing apartment, and look at it that okay, what are the improvements I can do? Should I change the interiors? Should I refurnish so that I can charge more for my rent? I reinvest. That's growth stage. Growth stage is the stage of compounding. You are not yet touching your cost of living. Even at that stage, despite your income is now going, your income is not just what you earn alone. You are now seeing income also from passive income, or from your different other skills, works, artworks, and all. You are still reinvesting. Growth stage. Now, stability stage is when your passive income can fund your lifestyle. So what I mean by passive growth stability stage is when all the income that is coming from your investments, let's say this person who is earning 50k now, all his investment now can also yield this 25k, then you are stability. So which means that you can go a whole year or a whole month without touching your earned income, and your investments will comfortably fund your cost of living. Stability. You can now start flexing small now. You can now start going vacation, going to trips, lodging in a 5-star hotel, buy some expensive drinks and so on, because that lifestyle is not funded by your hustle. It's by dividends. It's by return on the investments. It's by your investments. It's by your trademarks. It's by your copyrighted whatever that you have copyrighted. It's from your patents, your patented works. They can now fund your cost of living. So you are at stability stage. Now at legacy stage, at this point, you are already fine. You are not even looking for money. It's money that is looking for you now. So what you are now interested in at this point is looking at, okay, this new generation that are coming, what am I going to leave for them? Is it real estate? Is it businesses? Is it empires? Is it equities? That's legacy stage. You are not building anything for yourself again. You are now building for your children, your grandchildren, the new generation, the next 2 generations, the next 3 generations. That's legacy. Now, what we have realized that a lot of people that are still at building stage for wealth are living the life of those that are at stability stage. A lot of people that are still at growth stage are trying to mimic the lifestyle of people that are at legacy stage. It's not possible, because what you earn can make you rich, but it cannot make you wealthy. All this, what you earn, if you are sick, they will not come. If anything happens to your health, this money, it will not come. If anything happens to the economy and the industry that you are in, this money, they will not come. So, but from the different investment that you have done into passive investments, passive incomes, dividends, rental apartments, short stay apartments, your personal skills that you have built also, it means that either these ones come or not, you are still going to be fine. So, and that's why I started with the difference between these two people is not what they earn, is what they do with the money. So it doesn't make much difference either you are earning in USD, or you are earning in pounds, or you are earning in euros. And this is where this camouflage comes in for a lot of our Nigerians abroad. The moment there is now +44 or +49 or +1 or +16 in front of that number, they start looking at it that people in Nigeria are not doing well. It's in a lot of ways, it's not about how much you earn. Yeah, you are earning 5,000 USD a month, 10,000 USD a month, fantastic. What's the ratio of what you are earning to your cost of living? Because if someone is in Nigeria who is earning maybe 5 million or 3 million naira a month, and his cost of living is just entirely 800,000 or 1 million, That person has like 2 million he can set out every month, and that's 24 million naira a year. 24 million naira a year that he can decide that, okay, this 24 million I want to invest in stock, this 24 million I want to invest in venture capital, I want to look at startups that I can buy equity, this 24 million I want to invest in cash flow apartments, this 24 million I want to buy a farm or invest in families or whatever that I want to invest in. And you probably can be earning 3 times or 4 times or 5 times whatever that person is earning, but how much do you have left when you have removed your cost of living? That's what matters, because that's what will determine how fast you can build wealth. What do you have left? And that's why you don't want to fall into the trap that, oh, I'm earning in USD right now, I'm earning in pounds. How much is even the trip to Morocco? Is if I convert it to pounds, it's just small money now. How much is the trip to Kigali? If I convert it to pounds, how much is it now? Guy, you are still at building stage. You are still at the stage of building wealth. You are not yet at that stage of removing your hard-earned money to fund luxuries. Your whatever that you have as deficits should be going into things that can bring you more money. And when those things are bringing you more money at growth stage, you want to start compounding. Because this is another mistake a couple of people do. When they have investment that are giving them money, they want to start collecting that money and then start spending. They don't want to spend yet. You are still at growth, you are not yet at stability. It's until when all those funds that you are earning passively can comfortably cover your cost of living in a month or in a year, that's when you are at stability. So if it does not cover, you compound it, reinvest it. Collect money from rental apartments, put it into a stock. Collect dividends from stock, put it into a skill. Collect returns from a skill, put it into a short-let apartment. Collect return from a short-let apartment, put it into a venture capital. You are compounding, you are recycling your money at that point. Because investment is a game. You either play or get played. As I'm doing this video, I'm in someone's investment. As I'm posting on YouTube, YouTube is someone's investment, because there are some people that funded YouTube as venture capital when they were still as a startup. The phone that I'm shooting with, or that you are watching this content with, is someone's investment. This apartment where I'm recording this is someone's investment. So automatically you are in the investment game. Either you want to play or you don't want to play. Automatically, by default, you are in the game. So if you are not playing, you are getting played. That's it. That's just it. You are not putting your money into something that will bring more money to you, then you are paying someone who have invested by default. So you always have to look at yourself and know which stage you are, and let that also determine how you are going to handle your finances. Just because your income moved from 500k to 100k does not mean that at this time they should now see that is me, a home manager that is now still driving Uber Corolla. So I want to use RX whatever. I must upgrade my car, I must upgrade my apartment, I must upgrade this, I must upgrade that. You must know the stage you are at building wealth before you upgrade. Because the important thing is not upgrading your lifestyle. The important thing is upgrading your income, the money that is coming. Other money must come. Not even the way even Nigeria is going now. A lot of people abroad they're so confident at the exchange rates, and then when they come to visit and they spend 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and are like, how are you guys in Nigeria coping? Things are madly expensive. And these are people that brought in pounds or brought in USD and are saying things are expensive. The cost of living in Nigeria too is not a joke. And the cost of living here is seriously catching up with whatever the exchange rate is doing, to be very frank. So what I'm just trying to give you in summary is that the exchange rate really is not really making you richer in Naira. If that's all what you rely on, is not, to be very frank. Either the exchange rate is 1.5 to a Naira, is 1.6 or 1.7. Within 2 years, the cost of everything will catch up to that reality. So the difference between this set of people is not really how much they make, is in what they do with what they are making. And the first stage and the first step there is you at this building stage keeping your cost of living very, very, very minimal. I'm currently self-funding a prop tech, and I've been doing that like around October last year, really. No external funding. Got a team of 5, and all the tools, all the salary, everything, I've been taking care of it. To be very frank, is very, very difficult. But the only way I'm able to achieve that, feat, is because my income to cost of living is very low. Since October last year now, around 60% of my monthly earning goes to funding my prop tech. 60%, around 60% of my monthly earning goes to funding my prop tech. Now, the only reason I could carry 60% of my earning into a prop tech is because my cost of living is probably like around 25% to 30% of my income. So I have like a whole 70% to play around with. So because I have 70% to play around with, it gives me the leverage to say that, okay, let me venture into building a startup. Let me go into buying a farm. Let me go into buying apartments. Let me go into buying land. Let me go into buying this. It gives me a whole lot of opportunities to be able to tap into, because my cost of living is just 25-30% of it. If my cost of living is 50% or 60% of my income, I only have 40%. There is no way in holy hell I'll be able to fund my prop tech, because I will still be looking for investors. Because it's taking 60% of my income, that means my cost of living will be affected, and there's always a cap to how long my cost of living can be disturbed. So the same thing, if you are investing, you need to know what percentage of your income you are investing. One of the reasons why a lot of people have serious heart attack and serious fear when they are investing in Nigeria is because they are investing above the percentage of their income they should be investing. You know, if your income to cost of living is probably like around 80%, which means that you only have like 20% of your income, if you are investing 40% of your income, you will have an attack. It's certain you will have an attack, because you are already biting more than you can chew. If your income to cost of living is 60-40, which means that you have 40%, 60% is of your income is your cost of living, and you have 40% deficit, and you are investing 60% of your income, you will have an attack. If you are investing in Nigeria, you will have an attack. But if your income to cost of living is 60-40, your cost of living is 60% of your income, and you have 40% left, and you're now investing 30% of your income into whatever you are doing in Nigeria, you don't have an attack now, because it's just 30% of your income. You still have even 10% to save anyway. And that's why I could invest in my prop tech with less pressure. Because if I even put 60% of my income into the prop tech, I still even have 20% to save. And I have probably like maybe 20% or 25% to put into my cost of living. No pressure. I can do that for the next whatever years. Because my cost of living to income there is no pressure. So if you really want to manage the pressure on expecting that every of your investments will work, which is a lie. Not all your investments will work. Not all your investments will make sense. So to reduce that pressure, that stress on yourself, you must first know what is your income to cost of living ratio, what is left, and invest around what is left. So you'll not be looking at yourself that I earn 100K now. Why can't I buy a property of 60,000 USD and spread payment for 6 months? Hey, and your total cost of living is 90K. What you only have as deficit is 10K, and you are going into a 60K investment, you have an attack. If anything happens to that investment, you have an attack, because you have already over sacrificed to invest in that thing. And it's a common investment rule in everywhere in the world that you don't invest what you can't lose. even if you are investing in US, you are investing in UK, in every market you are investing, you don't invest what you can't lose. All right, so that should be it. So that's what differentiates the rich from the wealthy. This is how the wealthy people, this is how they think, this is how they manage their investments, this is how they build their way to wealth, from the building stage to the growth stage to the stability stage and to the legacy stage. And if you really want to navigate, just not from being rich where everything you have is just what you earn, but being wealthy where you can even access 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times, 15 times what you earn, then you must start considering this. What's your income to cost of living ratio? Okay, when you are making money at growth stage, how do you compound? Okay, when you are compounding at stability stage, how do you move to legacy stage? Okay, when you are at legacy stage, what are the things that you have to invest into for the next generation? You know, these are very, very important things. So once again, we are inviting you to subscribe to our channel. If you appreciate what we do here, you want to encourage us based on what we are doing and different topics that we are coming up with, kindly do subscribe to our channel. If you have subscribed already, once again, as we show it on the screen, kindly turn on the notification button. I will so much appreciate it. In every of our videos, I also always share our Instagram portfolio page at Installment Homes NG. You can also visit that page on Instagram to see our current listings and see our current offerings and the different opportunities that you can tap into. Either you are at the building stage, you are at the growth stage. You know, I can really advise you about these things because these a lot of things. These are also what I'm doing: venture capital, real estate, cash flow real estate, income producing assets. These are things that farm, agriculture. These are things that I'm also investing in. So I'm in the best position to tell you about these things. So you can check out our portfolio page on Instagram at Installment Homes NG. You can also reach out to me on WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number is always on the screen too. And if you also want to know more about some of the things that we are doing, like our prop tech, how you can be a partner, how you can sign up, you can also reach out to me on WhatsApp on that too. Alright, so I still remain your number one property guy on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant. My name is Rabiu Mustafa. Thanks once again for watching our videos, and see you next time.